to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. Dumping it off for Johnson. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So
the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game, too.
Watch it now, Barney.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Artie Burns, the cornerback, brings him down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Mayfield now on 2nd down. Going to throw right side here, complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. He got 29 yards that time. A first red zone opportunity for the Browns thus far. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But if you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
Eluding the pressure right. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run. Mayfield. That's complete right around the 8. Only a yard on the completion. It's 2nd and goal.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
They'll run it with Johnson. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. So now things get interesting on 3rd and goal from the 1.
This almost becomes a Darwinian call, doesn't it? Almost survival of the fittest here. I know we can go all cliche. I'll go ahead and do it. Who wants it more here? Who has a better leverage at the line of scrimmage? Let's go and see what happens.
The Steeler defense proving its mettle here. And now this is 3rd and goal. They're going to run this with a tight end. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal.
Now this feels like old school football because this has turned into a good old-fashioned goal line stand. So on offense, what do you do now? Do you decide to run it or throw it if you go for it on 4th down?
So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
That'll be taken in the end zone. Look at him go. The 30, 10, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. In for the score. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now with touchbacks coming back to the 25 instead of the 20, when guys fielded that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want him to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. That's fielded in the end zone. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. A great effort there. 104 yards. And the Browns have cut it back within a score. Extra point attempt here still to come. Yeah. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. That'll be taken in the end zone. Oh, able to avoid him. And he's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Back here with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. We've had the kickoff to begin the first quarter. Now it's time for the second quarter kickoff. And they've got it here with a first down. Got a second here to assess Pittsburgh's last season as their offense comes onto the field. You know, for most of the folks that are fans of the Steelers, they're probably saying, wow, this was tough. But, hey, they were 9-6-1. The thing is, expectations there are playoffs every year.
You're right, and to show that, they haven't been under 500 since 2003. It's a very consistent franchise. But remember how the season began. Le'Veon Bell once again holding out. They expected him to show up and play. That didn't happen. Then at the end of the year, Antonio Brown, Ben Roethlisberger. What's going to happen there? So they bookended their season with controversies. In the middle, did not play up to their standards. I still thought they were going to win the AFC North. Turned out Baltimore nosed them out. They've got to do some retooling in the offseason.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
Set! Black 80!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. On 4th down, here comes the Steeler punter Jordan Berry to kick it away. Jabril Peppers is deep for Cleveland. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Football going back to the Cleveland Browns here. All right, let's take a peek back at last season. 7-8-1. You mentioned it earlier. They were a few breaks away from being a playoff team. Hard to believe. But now you go into the offseason for the first time in a long time, Charles, with expectations going into next year. And how excited is everyone to actually have expectations rather than being the laughing stock of the NFL? You just mentioned they went 7-8-1, 0-16 in 2017, so everyone will take that. But you're right. What's the next step? With Baker Mayfield at quarterback, they believe they can contend for a playoff spot next year. They still will need some help on the defensive end, but what a great place they've started. Myles Garrett at defensive end, Denzel Ward at cornerback, both of them going to the Pro Bowl this season. They go with Chubb on second down. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running. Third down. Working out of the gun. Mayfield drops it off for Chubb. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Second down, Mayfield. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Like 20.
After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll make it a second down. Roethlisberger will hand the counter, and he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. The Steelers, of course, had all the questions lingering with Le'Veon Bell. Tip of the cap to James Conner. He really has filled in nicely. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Myles Garrett in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back to Heinz Field after this. So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too calm.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Javon Hargrave with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8. Now a second down throw for Mayfield. Open receiver, that's David Njoku. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this third down play takes place, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, Mayfield. And incomplete here on third down. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They're indeed going. It's Mayfield. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. And now the clock will stop as he's able to get up and spike it here.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
On second down, Johnson. And he'll get it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. It's big Vince Williams who made the tackle. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He may try and run for this. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down. First down now, but that clock rolling. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Gun!
Here's Mayfield. This will be caught just inside the 10. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down. Throwing, Mayfield. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And his kick here is good. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there, just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And an alley to run. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards.
Now, those are the ones that hurt defensively. You do everything right. Excellent pressure, good coverage downfield, and then he slips out the back door and turns it into a nice gain.
Handoff comes to Chubb. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it second and a foot or so.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Mayfield off the play fake. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Dumps this to his running back, Chubb. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. This quarterback now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far, 1st and 10. Mayfield looks to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Mayfield with it once more. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him. Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Escaping the pressure, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Stephon Tuitt. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Third and long for Mayfield. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. The rookie picked off the rookie.
And guess what? They're pretty familiar with each other. It's not like when I was growing up and the dinosaurs were roaming the earth and you heard about a guy somewhere. Now they run into each other at camps, going through high school ball, recruiting, college games, all-star games, you name it. A lot more familiarity with each other.
The throw here, Roethlisberger. And he's able to get this up just shy of the 15. That'll go for a gain of 13, helping big time to get away from that end zone. First down. Roethlisberger will throw. And McDonald here over the middle. A gain of 6 there on first.
We always hear from coaches how much they like to run crossing routes because they want to hit their receivers on the go, get them the ball, and keep them moving. How about when you hit a tight end that way? Okay, the receivers are going to run past you most of the time. The tight end, they can do their damage a different way, break a few tackles and really scatter some people, can't they?
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett in there to get him for his second sack of the night.
And that's his second sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
Fielded just inside the 30. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they do the interception and finish off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Mayfield now on second down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Trying to get it to Landry there, and it's third down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
He certainly had plenty of success running the ball, and right now I'm getting the sense that he's looking to take off and run every time he steps back to throw it.
But they did a nice job there collapsing on him and holding him to a short gain. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. Well, while we have a second, let's look ahead of the divisional round of the AFC. Of course, Indianapolis and Kansas City kicking things off. And, Charles, the Colts 4-0 all-time versus KC in the playoffs. They're becoming a pretty trendy pick.
They really are, and a lot of it is because of the strength of their offensive and defensive lines. Not to mention how Andrew Luck is playing in his comeback season here in 2018. But Kansas City, the #1 seed, they're seeking to break that trend of losing games in the playoffs at home that they shouldn't. This is another opportunity with Patrick Mahomes leading the way.
Speaking of losing games in the playoffs, Phillip Rivers and the Chargers 0-7, including the playoffs against New England with Tom Brady at quarterback. Can they stem the tide?
This is their opportunity. No better chance for the Chargers to get it done. As I always say to you, if not now, Chargers, when? Even though it is going to New England.
2nd and 10. It's Roethlisberger once more. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. Gave a glimpse of his power that time. And then brought down at the 30. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. And the Steelers on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. Here it's 3rd and 2. To throw again is Roethlisberger. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess.
66.
They're going to run. Here's Connor, and he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And this Browns defense stands tall. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. And that is incomplete. He was trying to force it into his receiver, Landry, and that'll bring up second down. Well, with that incompletion, Charles, a big story, as it always is come January. Head coaching changes around the NFL. If you count the situations in Cleveland, in Green Bay, that's 8 openings all told.
And that's about the number people were starting to predict somewhere around mid-season. I think out of all of them, the Marvin Lewis situation in Cincinnati,
and for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it, and he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Well, look at that, Chuck. A rookie picked the rookie on that play.
How about that? Is that rookie-on-rookie crime? But you know what happens, too. If you're a rookie defender, you tend to adjust to the game a little bit quicker than if you're a quarterback. Too many things still going through his mind. And on that play, the rookie defender.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Here's Roethlisberger. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Tanner Vallejo in there to drop him, and sacks on first and second downs are going to lead to a third and long. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's Steeler football, and they have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. So the sack, and now a third and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger.
What's that? Blue 30.
Play action. It's Roethlisberger. Over the middle, it's caught by Rodgers. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. A heck of a play there on third down, but amazingly, they're still short for fourth. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They're going on fourth down. It's Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this Browns defense stands tall. Boy, you talk about not playing it safe. Why were they going for it there, Charles?
It's got to be a full evaluation of their team. Do they trust their defense in this situation? Maybe they think they've given all they can in this game and they don't have anything left. Do they not trust that the other team's quarterback is just so hot that no matter where they get the ball, they go downfield? Remember when Bill Belichick went for it in that game, right, against Indianapolis on the road, and everybody said, why'd you go for it there? I think he just thought to himself, on the other side, if they hit the ball, they're going downfield anyway. He was trying to end the game right there with his own offense.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Stephon Tuitt, the one that got him down. Second down, Mayfield. And it's incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time. And that takes us from second to third down.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe he didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. Mayfield to throw it. And he's got his tight end in Njoku. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one goes for 24 yards. First down, Mayfield. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. To throw, Mayfield. And Callaway taking it in left side. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
A quick hitter complete. It's Higgins. The 20. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Mayfield now over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. From the gun, Mayfield. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I don't think we'll have to look very hard to find our play of the game. That was an absolutely monstrous big play right there. Backs to the wall. The offense has it in the red zone, driving for the winning score. And he says, not on my watch. And that is one happy bunch on the sidelines.
It's Connor as they stay on the ground. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drop?
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
A give. This is Chubb. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. This will be caught just inside the 10. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
A run for Nick Chubb, and he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Nick Chubb taking it in from a yard out. And the Browns have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And this one's caught. And their fourth quarter lead grows by a couple more. So that effort gives them a 3-point cushion and guarantees that a field goal going forward won't beat them.
Yeah, and that's really good strategy because that's all you care about. Not getting beat at this stage. At least give your team a fighting chance.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Man open left side is Brown. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 1st down, it's Roethlisberger. Over the middle here to Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another 1st down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and he stopped immediately there. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
And again, it's Chubb. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. And the Steelers signal for another timeout, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Mayfield. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. A big play there on 3rd down for the Browns. 41 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Well, the lead late in the 4th, but Mayfield's going to throw it. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Sean Davis with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They'll look to throw. His throw incomplete. Vance McDonald, the tight end, was the target. And now it's 2nd down.
Look with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, Kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll make it 3rd down. Back to throw. Flush to his right. Now a desperation throw deep down, and the defense loses him. It's complete. And he takes this way down deep into Cleveland territory. A big play. Smith-Schuster on the throw from Big Ben. 79 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. He'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. And it's 2nd down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds.
How many people watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one, because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
The extra point splits the uprights, and it would appear, barring some late heroics, they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10. Back to throw. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. He's back to throw. He gets it left side to Johnson. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one goes for 24 yards. That's what they need right now. Get the 1st down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Lucky 56. Gone.
Mayfield to throw. And this is going to be caught. No, they say it's incomplete. And it's incomplete, but there is still 2 seconds left in this ball game, so they'll have one final shot. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56.
One last shot from Mayfield here. And it's Incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, Charles, exciting to the very end. That's what we just saw in this game. Final play there, had it in the red zone. But anytime you're outside of the 10, that's tough trying to draw up a final play to get in, and they couldn't do it.
It certainly is. So what they were looking for was, extra time. Too bad it's not FIFA soccer, right, where you get a little bit of extra and you get a chance to run a couple more plays and maybe get closer and take that last shot into the end zone.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a Press Sports. The Steelers are winners as we say so long from Heinz Field.
you.